friends. Actually, more specifically, Nathan. Today, fulfilling one of the February creative challenges for myself topic requests. This one actually came through Nathan Alley through Patreon messages. I really apologize, Patreon. I've been doing a really bad job of updating anything there. I'm sorry. Nathan asked my advice on what are some of the first tricks to try and learn when you're just getting into BMX, having already knowing how to bunny hop. So Nathan, this is that video. Everyone else, this video is not for you. There should only be one view on this video for Nathan Alley. All right, Nathan, before we start, I want to make it very clear. Out of every single one of my friends, all of us who ride bikes, I don't even mean ride BMX, I mean all my friends who ride bikes, I'm the worst one. So take every bit of advice that I give you right now with a grain of salt. That out of the way, here we go. Now, I know you said in your message, you're like, I can already bunny hop, but what I want to challenge you on there is, can you bunny hop well enough to hop on and off of things in total control? Are you that comfortable with your bunny hops? It should be second nature. There should not be any thought. You roll up to something, whether it's that thing or that thing, you can hop onto it full confidence. I'm probably wasting your time. I apologize for that. But if so, then move on to the next thing. Something that I admittedly am quite bad at. And that is literally taking that bunny hop motion and using it properly off of the lips of things. Off of like banks or quarter pipes. What you should do, what I normally do. The difference is, one is like actually doing a jump. The other is racer jumping. I racer jump everything to the detriment of everything I try. If you can avoid getting into the habit of racer jumping, blowing through the lips of everything all the time, you'll get more air, more control. You will be a better bike rider. I've been fighting with this for now about 18 years. So if you can nip it in the bud right away. Nothing else. It'll make your riding a lot better and significantly more pleasing to watch. Okay, first trick you should learn, in my opinion, 180ing a quarter pipe. Not 180 on flat ground, just 180ing, turning direction on a quarter pipe. Basically, take your bunny hop and bring it over to this and just kind of like come at it sort of diagonal and then hop and give it a little turn. I'll show you. You know what I mean, but I'll show you. Quarter pipe. With that. Super simple. Even that alone will open up an entire skate park for you. You can take that, slowly build up on it, get a little bit higher on the quarter pipe, bigger 180 turns, and get yourself turned around so you can get to other obstacles without having to stop all the time. And then you can own the skate park. See, in my opinion, these two things, the bunny hop, a proper bunny hop, using it properly off lips, all that good stuff, and a 180 are really the two things that you truly want when you're starting out, because any park, those are two essential things for getting around, doing runs, riding over and over, and just having kind of the best time ever. They are literally the foundation for doing everything else. At a certain point, you're gonna wanna take that bunny hop and that 180 that you're doing on quarter pipes and start trying to go over the coping. That is the best feeling in the world. But I'm really bad at it. Again, I have this really incredibly bad habit of just touching my front wheel and starting a really gross two-wheel hop. Using the entire transition and lips of jumps and ramps, it will help you keep from doing what I do. There's marching soldiers back there, I think somewhere. With a 180, confidence, stamina, and a bunny hop, you can ride a full skate park for as long as you're having fun. You're gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, I do wanna try some tricks. I'm gonna do some some aerial maneuvers. And Nathan, I'm gonna show you two that I think are like fantastic foundational beginning tricks that will always get a reaction out of anyone who's watching. So trick one that you're gonna use from now for the rest of your BMX career, mountain bike career, hell, sometimes I do them on like road bikes, the tabletop. Now, Nathan, I know you know what a table is, but I'm still gonna do one because, well, they're fun to do and they look kind of neat. The biggest thing when we're trying to learn tables is making sure you turn your bars, put your knees together and over the top tube, like, and then fold yourself up into a pretzel and just let it fly. What you don't want to do, and what I see a lot of people do, is this. Spreading your legs apart and just kind of like, oh, trying to lay the bike flat. That's not a tabletop. That's like it's like a weird bike wiggle. I guess it's a place to start, but really you want to keep your knees together and just push them to one side. You can let your feet kind of float around however you want on your pedals. Turn the bars. Yeah, I don't know. Teaching them is... I personally much prefer to do them on quarters and over hips than fly out. One really good tip is try not to wear like a loose sweater. This bar, whatever bar is in here, it will get caught and you will die. Okay, keep working on tables, but the next thing that I think you should learn, or at least start beginning to learn how to do, is an X-up. It's a trick that not a lot of people do anymore, but it is something that you can learn and you can do as you just kind of like barrel through a skate park, and it makes those 180s, those like jump over stuff, it makes it that much more fun. My pants just ripped so much. Go off a jump and just kind of whoop, whoop. And you can make that noise if you want. Whoop. And it'll really make it a lot more fun. Nathan, you can learn these kind of on anything. Fly out is really easy to learn everything. Fly out's when you just go off a ramp and land flat. Okay, I'm gonna finalize this unhelpful lesson for you, Nathan, no one else, with one last tip, piece of advice, and that's just before you look at what any other tricks are, every time you're in the air, or like a lot of times when you're in the air, get comfortable with like popping your feet off, or like taking a hand off, taking both hands off. Those are tricks in themselves. They're phenomenal foundation for so many other tricks. If you can get to a point where you are incredibly comfortable with pulling a hand off, putting it back on before you land, that will make toboggans easier. It'll make learning bar spins easier. It'll make, if you're doing it with your feet, it'll make cans easier, no foot cans easier, probably tail whips. These are all things that I neglected to know or to even care about when I was like learning how to ride BMX. And I immediately went into trying to learn harder tricks, not really understanding the fundamentals of how to control a BMX bike. And it's really biting me in the ass now. So I would say, try no footers, try no handers, try one footers, one handers, like get unbelievably comfortable, like laughably comfortable with that before doing all the other stuff. And I think it would come quick. I might even, I feel like it's something that I should maybe take my own advice on sometimes.